does it mean the process of consultation for the amendment number 2 is also suspended?
I would not be surprised if the process is to be continued, regardless of the fact that Parliament has been closed, because I know for certainty that there are specific individuals who are very interested in having these amendments passed through. But in the context of where the process was now, so when the public consultations were finished, the next process was then the reading of the bill in Parliament, which I'm aware that that reading has already happened. And after that first reading, there was supposed to be a second reading, and I'm also sure a third reading. So that means that after Parliament and after it has been debated, it's forwarded to Senate. All of these processes have not happened. It has not been forwarded to Senate. And after it's been forwarded to Senate, Senate will also have its own processes. And soon after that, it will be forwarded to the president as the Senate becomes law. So at this moment, we are at a point where the first reading has been done in Parliament. I'm not quite sure that now that Parliament has closed, how then are they going to proceed, considering that Parliament is closed. And I think that in this context, it's a great opportunity for citizens because it buys us time. I think the lockdown in the first instance slowed down the process of amending the constitution because they could not have the public hearings when they initially wanted to have them because of the lockdown. And then when the lockdown was flexed into the level 2 lockdown, the Parliament is closed. It's a great opportunity for citizens because it buys us time for us to mobilize and to engage our politicians. We engage the minister, the ministry, Parliament, and even the president, just to let them know that the general sentiment with the citizens is a definite no to the constitutional amendment bill number 2. I think I'll just round it up with something a bit controversial that happened with the Committee of Legal Justice. After the public consultations, the public hearings, the general majority of people in those hearings said no to the constitutional amendment bill number 2. And this was actually documented in a report that was produced by Parliament. And guess what? Parliament then said, okay, we understand people have said no, the majority of people have said no, and they produced a very dodgy and sketchy report, in my own view. But still, they acknowledged that people said no. But regardless, even after acknowledging that most people had said no to the constitutional amendment bill, the Portfolio Committee on Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs came out to then say, we are still going to proceed with these amendments. We are going to go forward, regardless of people saying no. And this is what took us out, to go again and protest outside Parliament. Because how can you have people consulted and people say no? And after people saying no, you have, people in the Portfolio Committee and people in the Ministry of Justice, and you have people in Parliament just saying, we will go ahead with this process, regardless of people saying no. So these are some of the concerns that people might actually want to be looking into.